Good evening, fellow Americans. Coming to you live here in sunny South Florida, Mr. Sunshine, Realtor Ready. As we all watch today, the man, Donald Trump, just became the nominee for the President of the United States. Now, before we get into all of that, December 25th, 2014, my dear friend Kathy Koenig was down from Pennsylvania. My friend Jules Brassner, may God rest his soul, and his dear friend Rosemarie Brancato said, Eddie, we want you to come to Donald Trump's mansion for Christmas dinner. I said, well, I got my dear friend Kathy, we'll bring her along too. So we got ourselves all dressed up, Brioni suits. She's in a beautiful gown. As we continued over to pick up Jules and Rosemary, and we head over to Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago for a Christmas dinner. As we're sitting in there eating on 24 karat gold forks, knives and spoons, fantastic chinaware, second to none in a magnificent mansion. We're sitting down to eat. The whole place is full, and right over there, standing, the man himself, the king of the hill, Donald Trump. And as Donald Trump made his rounds from table to table, thanking everybody for coming to his magnificent Mar-a-Lago mansion, he comes over to our table. As he sees Jules, 97 years old, sitting there having a fantastic meal, Rosemary, yours truly, gets up, and I shake Donald Trump's hand and I said, Mr. Trump, you need to run for president. You need to get rid of what's going on in the White House for the last 6 years. And he said, you know what? I love your hair. Yes, that's what he said. And keep an eye, you're going to see things happen. And you know, as I sat down looking at the man, we had a fantastic meal as we walked around his magnificent mansion, the club area, 1100 South Ocean Boulevard, Palm Beach, Florida. I knew right then and there, that man, he's going to take care of business and he's going to run for the President of the United States. So, 10 months ago, as Mr. Trump puts his nomination in that he wants to run for president, the whole world's laughing. The Americans, you couldn't go on TV and go from Saturday Night Live to all the news medias and making jokes. They thought the Apprentice star, he was the butt of the whole jokes on every television channel, news channel, radio. They thought everybody was laughing. They thought it was impossible that a real estate magnate like Donald Trump, the Apprentice, who goes day after day on his shows telling everybody they're fired because they didn't do their job right. Well, you know what? As they went from state to state to state, the Trump train, as he does with his whole organization, he brings in the right people, puts them in the right positions, and they all report to him. You go over there to 1100 South Ocean Boulevard, Mr. Lemke, he calls Donald Trump on a daily basis, notifies him what's going on. Just same with Trump Jupiter, down to Trump Doral in Miami. I've been to them all. And when you know Mr. Sunshine, when he produces his videos and he does his pictures, he loves to meet the staff. He loves to meet the people involved. He wants to know everything that's going on, and they're all first-class people. The one worked for Ritz-Carlton for 15 years before the Trump organization brought them in to work the position that they were in. That's how it goes in the world of Trump. And you know what? As he went from all of the 17 candidates, as he went from one position to another, he got in from one debate to the next debate. He made sense. He's not a Democrat, he's not a Republican, he's Trump. That's how it goes with Mr. Trump. And you know what? As the other ones dropped off, the American people started to realize, you know what? If the Trump could run the organization as he did with his few people that he had working for him, you know what? That's what we need. And as all the other people are hiring super PACs and they're bringing hundreds of millions of dollars in, Donald Trump's running it with a handful of his top guys. That's how Donald Trump works. And he self-funding, all right? And you know, when you talk about Trump, you're not only talking about the best dressed man. He's got the long limousines. He's got the jet airplanes. He's got the biggest house on the biggest side of town, on top of the hill. He's the king of the hill. And you know what? Whether you go to New York, whether you come up to Jupiter, you go to Miami, you go over there across the world to Ireland, no matter where you go, when you see the name Trump, you're going to get the best. And you know, and you got the people that despise Donald Trump. They don't want to see a successful American businessman. They want to try to find fault in everything. But you know what? Donald Trump is a winner. If you watched his speech today, he's more presidential than he has ever been. And you know what? The rest of the world, like he said, they're going to respect the American people, because for the last 8 years, we've been the butt of the joke around the world. People they all do nothing but laugh at the administration we have, the flunkies that have been doing all the politicians and the deals. And Donald Trump's going to expose it all. And what he's going to do the minute he gets in, he brings his best people in, he's going to take care of business. He's going to run the whole country the way he runs his organization. Brings in the best people from around the world that can handle the best mathematicians, the best architects, the best builders, the best everything. The negotiators, he's going to bring in the best negotiators to redo everything that has been screwed up. And the unemployment rate, just as Donald Trump said, he's going to bring the jobs back. And the companies that put it all overseas, well, guess what? You better start thinking about shipping your stuff back over here, because Donald Trump ain't going for that. So the fact of the matter is this: as you can see, I got the Star Spangled Banner playing in the background. I had to put on a special outfit for today, because you know what? Today was the day that America is going to be starting to be great again. Anybody that's telling you these days, Hillary and the rest of them, thinking, oh, America, oh, it's already great, they're doing nothing but lying to you. All right, you know where your position is in life. You know what you're dealing with. And the fact of the matter is, you can only go up when you come here to the United States of America. And you know what? For everybody that's coming into the America, why do you think they're coming to America? Why do you think they're all looking for a piece of the American pie? It's because it's the best thing going today. So you know what? Think about it. You watch this Cruz. You know what, Cruz? It's sad to see what you did. You spent $67 million with anti-Trump campaigns, all right? Even though you were way down in the polls, whether you were halfway down the delegates, you know what? The moment you see that somebody's going after they want the best guy, that's the time you should have bowed out and not try to make a fool out of yourself. You know, maybe if you were a little bit nicer, Trump would have gave you a position. You could have been in a position in his organization, because the way it is now, I'd be surprised if he wants to talk to you, okay? But Trump is a better man than that. If he feels that you have some kind of experience or something good in all of that hatred and misery that you had, he might extract that out of you and give you a job working in his organization. So the fact of the matter is this: United States of America, I don't care if you're black, white, yellow, green, wherever you're from, it doesn't matter, because in the end, you're an American citizen, all right? And America, as we're going to see it, we're going to have a brand new road. We're going to have everything under the world of Trump. Because, and the people that think otherwise, let me tell you something. You got the executive branch, you got the judicial branch, and you got the legislative branch. Don't think that one is going to do without the other. It doesn't work that way in America. And the idiots that are thinking, comparing him to a dictator, the other two of the judicial and the legislative isn't going to let that happen. So make it happen. God bless America. Trump for president. It's the best thing going today.